Back on Sportsbit, time for Big Game Breakdown. Thanks to Bet Online and Intertop. Sportsbook 22 years online. Sign up, deposit, win. Early game, Wizards and the Raptors. Toronto 7, 215 the total. Amazing but true. NBA playoffs, best of 7. When a team goes up 2-0, they win the series 93% of the time. Game 1, bench points, 42-21. Scott had 14 of the 21 for the Wizards. That's going to be a problem all series. Toronto's got the best bench in the league. Now, Wright had 18 as well, but Van Vliet didn't play, and he's questionable for this. He matters. He's good. He can play. But, you know, what do you look at? That should continue. Lowry had the flu. No Van Vliet. Still won, but they were 16 of 30 from 3, Teddy. Raptors were on fire.
Well, that's just it. I mean, for as much as Washington didn't play well, Toronto played pretty well. When you dominate the bench 2-1 without Van Vliet on the floor, when you're hitting 16 out of 30 from three-point range, when you're finally getting that game 1 monkey off your back, these are good signs for Toronto. And yet, even with those dominant stats, life and death, certainly life and death to cover the point spread, and a tight game in the fourth quarter. John Wall, really, 3 of 15 from 2-point range in that ballgame. His teammates, 30 of 50 from 2-point range. So Wall shoots 20% from inside the arc. His teammates shoot 60% from inside the arc. You worry about him forcing up shots. His quote, I think their bench play was great, especially Delon Wright and CJ Miles. They played well, made some big shots for them, and that's what they're going to do every game. We've got to make adjustments while throwing it back on his coaching staff in a situation where the Wizards may be chemistry challenged right about now.
Yeah, I thought Wall took some bad shots. He was too selfish, driving to the basket, stubborn, wasn't getting the call, kept attacking. Casey, quote, we were prepared. We knew they were going to try and take Lowry and DeRozan. They had 15 or 16 assists between them. We were prepared for that. Other than that, we tried to find energy, speed, and quickness to match theirs. This is the only team in the league that was top 5 in defense and offensive efficiency. As you mentioned, the Wizards, they played well. They led 96-95 with 8:39 left. I'm concerned about this Toronto defense down the stretch, Teddy. And remember, we had that tweet about a week ago where they were horrible against top 10 offenses in the league, that one of the worst. But they just beat up on the poor team. So Washington's not top 10. They were in efficiency. So I have to see a better job out of the Raptors defensively. But big game here, and I'm with you. You got Lowry healthy, but I think that's big that they get that game 1 monkey off their back, because everywhere they went the first couple of days, it was, you can't win, you can't win a game 1 of a series.
Sure, and here's a quote from Dwayne Casey talking about the game 1 win and how it matters moving forward. Quote, whatever it was that first game was about, hopefully we got it off our back. We're not satisfied. We're in this for the long run. We know we're in a tough series against a very athletic, fast team. I don't see the Wizards laying down. And I certainly looked at Toronto in game 1 as a bet-on team, and they didn't necessarily show it. They got there in the end, but there are enough concerns for me about the Raptors, despite the three-pointers, despite the bench dominance. I don't know they have the better players. That's a concern when the favorite is laying in this range. We'll get back to this game when it comes to play of the daytime.
All good points. Not your typical 1-8 matchup. Wizards have a lot of talent. I'm worried about the chemistry, though.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.